Hello and welcome back to Ixion. In our last episode, we left the fourth chapter and headed in here to the fifth chapter to the Ilia system and started working through the events as we kind of normally do. We started out here at Palatine, and then we headed to Plutarch and Numitor. And we kind of brought the Tiqqun with us each time. The Tiqqun's going to stay here at Numitor now for a while. We are working on, or heading out to work on Lupercal. Meanwhile, we also have finished up the science here, or the event here rather, at Remus, and are just collecting our science. Let's see, yeah, we finished up Numitor. We unlocked a technology called Eco Probes, so we'll take a look at that. And parts of Nihe, and the Piranesi has returned. Now, the Piranesi is going to move very, very slowly, toward Remus. And if it gets to Remus before we get to a certain point here, we will lose this chapter, and therefore the game, I guess, although we could restart the chapter, I suppose. So we're going to try not to lose, as we have been doing all along, but we're going to try not to lose. Meanwhile, we need to continue working through the events at Lupercal, Aventine, Vulcan, and then we also need to do some probe sending, which we don't have a probe ready yet. We need to do some probe sending to find... Oh, we did send a probe right here. Let's actually unpause. So we have a probe going right here to find another point of interest. And that's these quest item point of interests. Let's see. Science ship complete its action at the event Remus. Yeah, so we're good there too. Let's go to the technology tree. We are working on a technology. We still have this left to unlock. We're working on the chemical bath there. Let's just go ahead and pick... I don't know, something. I didn't take this before we built it. It's fine. I was making comments about it being basically free, and it's not a wrong thing to say, but it is kind of crass, since, I mean, we have to make the alloys. They're not free. So now we have a Temple of Common Sense. We're going to wait on that one for a little while yet. And let's go to this speed and head into the ship. We still, by the way, have a thing we can build here. Here. The Eden deactivation. We're not going to do that yet. We'll do that later as we get nearer to the end of the story. Let's see. This stuff, I don't know what else I want to do here. I don't really know what else I want to do here. I'm just going to kind of let things keep going, I guess. Let's see. Lupercal. Scan analysis of Lupercal has provided some unusual data. The planet is home to numerous anomalies and high levels of carbon allotropes. Allotropes? Yeah, I think so. Lupercal's atmosphere is very thin and toxic. Visible particles hang suspended within it and move in the light winds of the planet. Impressively, vast quantities of diamond encrust Lupercal's surface. The thin atmosphere will provide little protection. We have chosen to study a location that rarely experiences direct exposure to Ilia, but the star of the system. An increase of Lupercal's surface temperature could jeopardize the team's safety. So here at Lupercal, we don't want to do the advanced infrastructure, because I think that it will give you what the thing is hinting at. Meanwhile, this one is actually too slow, or not good enough, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and do the middle one here, which is set up an extraction, small extraction, and a study base. And let's send Hermes to do the job as per usual. Pull out of that. And then technology, yeah, we got that one done. Let's see, where else are we here? Sure, you can have this one. We're just doing them all. We're just doing it all. Meanwhile, Piranesi is still way out here. Excellent. Do we need any minerals? That's a great question. For which I have... No, we don't need any iron. We definitely won't need any carbon for the rest of the game, I don't think. I think we're probably good on silicon as well for a while, if not ever. We can start forcing that over here, though, as time passes. Accident, we don't care. Accident, we don't care. Clear that 2, clear that 3. Yeah, we have ridiculous amounts of iron, so we don't need it. Let's see, hydrogen. How does hydrogen look? We haven't spent any yet, so we're doing great. There's the rest of the carbon, and we have ridiculous amounts of ice as well, although it might be time to activate one of these. Another one of these, I mean, so that we can have a little bit more source, because we finally... No, we haven't either, I lied. Let's come back over here and turn that back off again. Please turn off. Thank you. Technology genome correction means that we probably want to do, I don't know, water treatment center? Sure. And then also, we have retrieved all the science from Remus here. So let's send the Medusae to Romulus.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
New request in Sector 1. Where's it at? Where is it? Oh, here, duh. The Scientific Syndicate of Sector 1 has found a solution for the Piranesi problem. Now that we have finally reached a viable exoplanet, the Tiqqun has no further purpose. The Scientific Syndicate proposed the following. As preparations are being made for colonization, the Tiqqun's sectors should be filled with batteries. Once they are charged and the crew is ready for exit, a flight path will be plotted for the Tiqqun to crash into the Piranesi. Igniting the stored power should be enough to destroy the BMS warship. Administrator, in the scenario where there is no longer any life on board the Tiqqun, I am authorized as the PA of the station to lead it to its end. Understood. New objective, the last stand. So, we now get a new objective up here where we have to cover 1,000 tiles of the ship's surface in batteries. We have 441 done already, which is pretty good that we're basically almost halfway there. So we just need to put up a few, 1,000 more batteries. Well, I guess half 1,000 more batteries. Well, more battery tiles. So the small batteries are 3x3, so that's 9 tiles. The medium batteries are medium batteries are 5x5. There's one elsewhere. So that's 25 tiles, and the large batteries are 7x7, so that's 49 tiles. So you can do the math on it. I think, though, we can probably just start putting some batteries in different places. I need to try and be thoughtful of, space conservation and things like that. So I'm going to put one here like this. And then I'm going to put these 4 in here like this. And just try to focus everything to the point where we kind of get what we need out of it. I meant a long time ago to move this housing unit here over. I think we don't need it anymore, if I remember correctly here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we don't need this anymore. So we'll need it eventually for another purpose, I think. But for now, I'm going to actually delete this. And we're gonna move it over, and we're gonna put another row of the small batteries in here. But luckily, we have lots of stuff. Let's see. Who's left? Just the water treatment center over here. Docking bay unknown still. That might be one that we didn't get due to not taking a specific solution or whatever at one of the events along the way. I don't know what it is. I don't remember if I remember seeing Calidorn deal with it, or anybody else for that matter. Nope, out here. So we're just going to have to wait and see. You're just about there, and you're flying back and forth to Lupercal, ferrying items. I might have been wise to move the Tiqqun there for that event, but I think it'll be okay. If not, maybe I'll just replay the first part of this episode off camera, and then we can go from there. Here's another one. Medusae's at Romulus. Good timing there. Summary of information on Romulus. Administrator, there is no planet here. The crew are hallucinating, a symptom of Dead Earth sickness and UN propaganda. Romulus does not exist. Curious. The next place we need to go is Aventine, I believe. So let's go ahead and go to Aventine. That's, who's that, Medusae? Actually, go ahead and keep collecting the science there. Not that we super need it, but we'll go ahead and keep collecting it anyway. Speaking of... Oh, we finished our task at Lupercal, too. We are behind schedule with carbon extraction, but I've discovered something incredible. Substrate readings are extremely promising and have shed light on Lyra Fraus's work on matter undulation. We would like to continue our studies on Lupercal. So we can allow them to continue with extraction and analysis, or we can tell them that need to leave the planet. We're going to continue. And let's do the technology thing as well. We got you going. We'll come back over here and start this one up. Probe did its scan. Clear that and clear that. So that's Temple of Free Will. And then there should be one more temple here, because they told us there were 3. Right there. The Piranesi. Perfecto. So we can probably squeeze some other batteries on like this area, for example. Maybe a large one. Yeah, that'll fit nicely right there. Then a medium one right next to it. And we're just going to work on that. That's like our going project. We have a lot of space here we could put batteries in too. We should have finished up the project here. Let's put that house back in. Population. Big nomadic quarter here like this. There. Build me a road right here. And then once that's built, I'll delete this one, and then we can put more batteries in right there. We can also get a battery in right here. Like that. Now let's delete road. And so now this is the way it has been replaced with recover the blueprint fragments. So we'll be doing that as we visit those temples. Clear that. That one's been done. This one's been done. This has revealed the Temple of Merit and Lupercal. At some point within its lifespan, Lupercal was exposed to strong gravitational and electromagnetic forces, as well as nuclear radiation. The team has put forward 2 explanatory theories. The first identifies Ilia's transformation into a white dwarf as the cause of this exposure. The second derives from the works of Fraus and Barjavel. It posits that the existence of one or more entities within self-similar space, entities that could or may interact with our material plane, would result in aberrations in the fundamental forces of nature. On the cusp of true discovery, the team has requested further time be invested into the studies on Lupercal and data listening protocol, so we can make them leave anyway, or we can achieve the final outcome of the Lupercal analysis. But the Montessori's team is about to get some answers. Let's do that and see how that goes. Another technology unlocked. That means we're down here to the insect farm. And that's it? Oh, we unlocked 2 of them in a row. Oh, we have this one here, solar panels, that I never did, that I guess we could do now. That we have ridiculous amounts of science. That is quite literally the last of the science until this thing reveals itself. Which I don't even remember what that is called. Let's see. You're good. Let's see if we have one more. Anything else for the probe to do? Besides, of course, resources, but we don't really need any resources, so we're not going to bother. If we end up needing hydrogen or something, I'll bring that in, but the only other thing we might need is iron. If it turns out that we end up using a lot of iron to build a lot of those batteries, which I really don't think we're going to. Really don't. I don't see any other event or POIs anywhere here, so let's, yep. Mushroom wall disabled, don't care. Let's see. Right, that doesn't work. You have headed to Aventine? Wait, did I not? No, I didn't, because... here. Aventine. Oops, there we go. Engage. Organized by ants. And that is, just to double check again, the last of the technologies to unlock. No, we have that one yet. That's still going. But everything else is done until we get whatever this thing is. Okay. Our station disabled. Let's go look for more battery spots. I'm just going to put the small battery in my cursor here. We could potentially do that, but we'd have to get a road back there. In order to get a road back there, we'd only be able to put one in. We got to keep up with this, though, so let's do that. We're no longer receiving transmissions from the Montessori's team. Behavioral analysis of their final communication has identified signs of unhealthy fascination and self-destructive tendencies. Before enacting what they've referred to as the descent to the other gods, the team transmitted a final packet of studied data. 575 science. Ready for extraction. 5 crew members lost. Not dead, lost. And so now we can either repatriate the Montessori or declare the team as lost. I don't know that there's any good reason to do this one. So let's repatriate the Montessori, which still allows us to classify them as lost, and brings back the ship and such. So now we've repatriated the science ship. So that's going to fly back here. It'll load up with a new crew, and then we can go back and get that science, or not bother since we have ridiculous amounts. And I think we'll do the latter. We can always come back and get it if we absolutely needed it, but we have 216 and growing in the cache here, and we have nothing else to research. So, preliminary data contains many inconsistencies. If Aventine emits large amounts of particles that are not supposed to be detached from an atomic structure. Although these emissions do not appear to pose any physical danger to our scientific teams, theorized psychological impacts range from the unknown to the disastrous. DOLOS security protocols recommend extreme caution. We have landed on the planet. A powdery layer of yellow sulfur covers Aventine. It falls into the many crevices strewn across the planet's surface. The interior of the hollow planet is revealed through these fissures, which offer a spectacular view down to Aventine's core. It is unlike anything we've seen. Telluric pillars support the planet's surface, reaching up out of the central, perfectly spherical core. Like a metallic seed, it seems to absorb the rain of powdered sulfur that falls down upon it from above. So here at Aventine, we have a few choices. We can study the surface, we can study the core with the help of our exoskeletons, or of course we can leave. We're going to start with studying the surface because we can actually do both of these. The Medusa's team will analyze samples from Aventine. Standard DOLOS protocols are obsolete on such an atypical planet, and the team will have to adopt. So that's done, we're done. That's done, we're done. That's done, we're done. We're good. I don't think we need the countermeasures anymore either, but we also don't really need the probes. So I'm just going to, not that. I'm just going to go here into Sector 1 and switch it out just in case, just because I can't remember. That way we have a countermeasure ready if we do happen to need it. So you're completely loaded up now with batteries. And I'd have to delete something to get any more in here. Besides that one, I guess I could put one more in here, but we're not going to focus on that right now. We do have a lot of space here that we could recover and use for batteries, especially these spaces. We're doing pretty well still on alloys, so we might be okay to do so. We could also put in... have you colonized everybody? Yeah, we're training everybody. Yeah. We can also put in some in here, especially if we did, you know, a different route here for the road. And every time I get into something, they do something. Analysis indicates that the mass-defining particles that constitute the matter of Aventine possess an altered state. The surface of the planet contains many isotopes previously thought impossible. Many of our theoretical models have been called into question following the discoveries made on Aventine. Unfortunately, the planet's surface is extremely friable, making any longer-term exploration attempts unviable. So next we can study the core of the Aventine with the help of our exoskeletons. The Medusa's team will analyze the core of the Aventine. Study that. And Montessori returned without its crew. And so we're going to head out here to Vulcan. We had an accident. It's fine. Vulcan is next. Head to Vulcan space. There and there and there. Can I fit in? No. So I have to do mediums here, unless we get rid of that, but it's not really going to help me a whole lot, although maybe doing... let's do... I don't know what's going on there. Oh, no, what's going on there. They're hauling in food. There, and... do I need this? That's the actual question. 11. We don't even need this. Destroy that. How about you? Go here.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Good. The team of Medusa has had great difficulty establishing a study protocol for the planet's core. After multiple attempts, conclusions indicate that the huge central sphere interacts with elementary particles, including bosons and frost tachyons, in a selective and unpredictable manner. 10 previously unknown elementary particles have been identified. Data from the Aventine core analysis will pave the way for new scientific and technological models for years to come. Okay? And now we can leave the planet. So again, we don't really need to pick up this science, but there's only a few here, so I'm going to go ahead and let them grab it all while we're here. Move faster. And we can do these now. I mean, I could take the road out and then I could put in the large ones, but I don't think it's going to actually be necessary. So let's just do this and this and then this and that. A lot of extra space, but that's okay. We can probably get rid of this and put a big one in its place. Big battery in its place, and maybe even some more stuff. Yeah, if we move stuff around, we could fit a small one behind or next to him. Small ones in next to them. Next to it. Jeez, Wally. But I'm not guaranteed that I need to deal with that, that I want to deal with that yet. So we're going to wait, clear that, go there. There are numerous electromagnetic disturbances on the surface of the comet Vulcan. First visuals captured the comet's vibrant green tail. This is the team of the Montessori. We have landed on Vulcan. Proximity analysis indicates the comet is shedding large amounts of boron. Significant electromagnetic disturbances have also been detected. They appear to be similar in nature to those that were observed on the Rakitansky comet in the Imertan system. So here we can study the electromagnetic disturbances. The crew of the Montessori will attempt to locate the source of the electromagnetic disturbances. There we go. Aventine is done. Just for a minute, I'm going to send them up to Lupercal. Not because we need that science, but just to make sure that there's nothing to trigger there when we collect the science, or as the client science is collected, and then we're just going to leave there, and we'll go to someplace else. But I just want to stop by there, basically. So yeah, build these, please. I think I might want to turn these on. Maybe one of them. We probably don't need more than one of them. Let's go ahead and destroy the other one. We can also destroy some of this stuff, too, as we get these emptied out, because we're not going to bring in that many more materials that it's going to matter much anyway. So you can delete those as well. And we can put some other batteries in this space. That will hold a big one. If I could get these cleared out here, we could potentially put some other sized ones in here. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I could do some better work with that than I think. Science ship. We ventured down into the crevices of Vulcan, seeking the source of the electromagnetic disturbances. Entering a small cave full of luminescent boron crystals, we stopped to take readings. Results seemed to vary. Proceeding further in, we found a large floating gray sphere, similar to the one found by the Montessori crew. After liaising with this Tiqqun scientific community, a number of controversial theories have been put forward and proposals made for possible experiments that might be attempted on the sphere. Debate continues. I've noticed a growing fascination for the sphere among the other expedition members. This is absurd, since it's obviously only for me. So now we can analyze the sphere, perform suggested experimentation, or an AMI protocol to allow the team free reign. Here we're going to just analyze the sphere, at least to start with. There that. Let's go back into the ship. You know what? Let's put silicon here just to get it out of this space, and then we can keep pushing it that way. We still have iron coming off of the thing, so smelting more of it's a good idea. Yeah, this is pretty well full. We actually probably don't need the DLS centers anymore in here, but I'm going to keep them just in case. Here, though, we do have lots of space, so let's make use of that lots of space. What if I did one here? Yeah, let's do one there. Let's move this road up like this. Well, move it, but, you know, we're going to move it. At least to there. I don't know exactly how I want to do this. Just actually, you know what, go this way and then to there. We will, of course, remove that piece of road when it's done. By applying preventative monitoring protocols, the team of the Montessori were able to counter any perceived negative impacts from the sphere. Successfully sending several measuring devices into the sphere itself, the team was able to collect a large number of unusually precise data sets, including a ridiculous amount of science. Let's end the data listening protocol and perform suggested experimentation. Alright, so you have come over here and collected some of that science. Who is that again? Medusa. Come on over here to the Temple of... Actually, come down here to the Temple of Free Will. Let's do that one first. I don't think it matters, but I'm doing it this way, just in case. Let's see, here to there. Actually, no, just go ahead and delete these also. And we can just... workshop, don't care. I mean, I do care because it could cost me... something, but actually maybe I don't want this one here. Cancel that, please. Abort. Let's do a slightly different design here. Put a road here like this, and actually take that road out. We'll have to wait for the bot to come and build this road, though. We'll have to wait until after that. This is the crew of the Montessori. Thank you. I don't know how you managed it, Administrator, but we have returned. We have been with the Montessori, existing in ways that seem inconceivable to us now. Passing through strange solid, liquid, and gaseous lands, matter behaved in a pattern outside of our accepted understanding. Time was not linear. Days were lived where the chronology of actions was not the same for every member of the team. We drifted in this Frausian morass, lost, till we were extricated by the Montessori team. Our ship is now in the orbit of Vulcan. Alright, so now we have 2 Montessori ships, and let's leave the comet. We have 2 ships called Montessori now. One of them does not have a home, so we need to actually home that on the ship. Do we have an extra spot in one of these dias? We do. The other Montessori here. There we go. I don't think you can rename those either. I don't think there's a way. Alright, we have a science ship here at the Temple of Free Will. We are still picking up science here. Is there a way to rename one of those ships? No, you can't rename them. Okay, so one of you can go up here to the Temple of Common Sense. And the last of you can stay here for a while and just get us up to what actually is maximum science, which is 999. At least for now. Because we have Temple of Free Will, we have Temple of Common Sense, we have Temple of Merit. Yeah, so Temple of Free Will. Our sensors have located the Ashtingite Temple of Free Will. The structure emits weak electromagnetic signals that are barely perceptible. Despite its dilapidated state, the temple is still unpowered. This is the Medusa team. We have docked at the Temple of Free Will. There is an inscription in the temple's interior courtyard written in several languages. Here, we lock up the illusion of free will. This fictional narrative prevents us from seeing what we are and what we can do. There is no choice, because the motivations that lead us to choose pre-exist the choice. Following the directions of the Ashtangites, we located the room where one of the 3 parts of the bioengineering center's blueprint is stored. The temple contains many objects and testimonies from people in Joy, liberated from free will. So you can explore and study the temples. However, if you do, you run the chance of losing or killing the crew, from what I have gathered. So instead, you want to just retrieve the fragment and get out of there. Let's do that one. I pressed the wrong buttons again. There we go. We were in sector something or other here. Yeah. So you finished that. Great. Let's delete this road here. Here we are. And let's put in another battery right here. I think I'm just going to keep running this there, and actually I'm going to put this back in.
Science ship team has completed a task.
And we'll keep running this one here. And I'm just going to delete this road here. I'm going to delete this road segment here too, which I'm okay with doing, I think. There we go. Waste treatment center disabled. You've finished your task at Temple of Free Will. The team has retrieved the fragment and boarded the Medusae. Alright, so let's send Medusae back to the Tiqqun. No, let's send it over here just for fun. Just to collect some more of that science that we don't need. Perfect. And as soon as we get to 999, you'll see it stop, and then we'll pull those ships back out, and we'll be done with that futile task. But it's just to max everything out here. That's good, and then we don't really have enough room for a 5x5 here, but I'll probably just put in some 3xs or something. That'll be fine. We can do some of the similar things, though, with this road and editing its trajectory here. I think that'll be fine. In fact, we could probably even just remove this road back to at least there and do whatever we want. Put in a few of these. There. Put in... Yeah, we're getting there. Put in... not quite. We'll just do this. And then do... I don't care, that's fine. Put that road in like that. So I guess I probably could have moved this one down. In fact, we still could. Delete that, please. Let's move it down here, and then we'll just make the road look decent. Because I like to do that sometimes. Stuff being disabled is fine. Temple of Common Sense. Again, the same type of thing here. A probe has found the Ashtingite Temple of Common Sense. It has manifested its presence so that we could locate it. Emitting weak electromagnetic signals, it still appears to be powered and functional despite its tilted axis. This is the Montessori team. We have docked at the Temple of Common Sense. We came across an inscription winding around a temple column. It was written in several languages. We enclose here the illusion of common sense, a moral habit with origins lost in the darkness of the minds that wield it. The scientific method has repeatedly shown how counterintuitive reality is. We must strip common sense away, leaving only empathy and pragmatism in their purest forms. These two modes will then find their rightful place. We located the room where one of 3 parts of the plan for the bioengineering center is stored. The temple's rooms contain objects and testimonies left by people who have become cognizant to common sense and its bias. Again, retrieve the fragment and leave. We're getting near the end of the science there, or the cap on the science, so we'll just keep doing this stuff. I'm going to switch and put this one here then. And then I can put a road across here, I guess. 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Because we can do 2 of these in here. We can put one of these in here. And we can do something like this. And then a couple of these right here. And we can put some more over here even. Especially if we move you out of the way. Yeah, let's remove this. Summary of intelligence on the Temple of Common Sense. The team has retrieved the fragment and boarded the Montessori. Okay, so you're at Common Sense. You might as well come back to the Tiqqun. For now, at least. Free Will is empty. Vulcan and Lupercal are still gathering science that we don't need. And we're still building batteries. I'm going to put that DLS back up just in case we need it for some crazy reason. I don't think we will. And then we can do maybe something in here. Maybe. Yeah, we could put a 5x5 in there. I was hoping to get a 7 in there, and we could if we didn't have to connect this up to the road. Sad. We could if we moved the food place. Let's do that. Food. Mess hall. If we put the mess hall over here... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's do this and that. Put a mess hall in here. we'll delete this one, we'll take out this road, and we can take out that road, and we can put in, since this is still connected here, we can put in a, we can take out this road, take out that road, and put a large battery in here. Our whole integrity is really suffering. Is there anything else I can do besides I'd have to build another one of these to mitigate, to increase it more. We do have all this space though now. We can put some batteries in there, or we could put a another EVA airlock in here to allow us to do some more repairs. That might not hurt. Yeah, that might not hurt. This can go. This can be emptied out. That. And we can actually shove some iron in here as well. Disabling this one, for example. And I want to get rid of that one too, but I don't think we have the room for it yet. Maybe we do. We'll see. But getting the hull repaired the rest of it would be kind of nice. There you go. And next will be this one, but I will want to wait until they get the rest of it unloaded. And it's only the one thing unloading it right now because it was, the rest of them are full, so. But we also have almost 900 alloy and 1500, yeah, iron, so we're kind of doing good on that. Delete, delete. Science ship Montessori, I don't know which one, have become more experienced. Collect science area to 45 science per cycle. Great, that's just what we need. Speaking of which, Tiqqun. We don't need any more because we're stuck at 999. At least until, yeah, we have other, room for that. Let's look at batteries for here. If I did this, I could not quite get another one in here. Another 7x7 in here. But if I put it here, I could put a 5x5 down there by changing that road. So I think that's the plan. And then we can change the road to be here. I guess. And we were in 5. We kind of finished that one. Ooh, you're done. Dismantle that, please.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
We obviously don't need that one either. If we had any room, anything to put in there, any reason to put anything in there. Well, we were wedging here into 4. That's right, and they're still working. Where do I have my alloy shipment stuff at here? All the demands are higher. We don't need this much demand in Sector 2, though. You can go down to 200. There. That'll allow Sector 4 to have some back, as well as everybody else, too. There we go. So that'll work out really well once they all get placed and charged. And we'll see how much more we actually need. And then Sector 5, we could put another big one in here if we needed it. I was looking at this, and then I got distracted. Sector 2 needs the most, but on the other hand, all I need to do is turn off some of the machines, and then it's perfectly fine. Sector 5 has a ridiculous amount. So we might as well just do that, I guess. I don't see why not. Should I? Or should I? Do we still need this stuff? I don't think we do. We're not going to use it anyway. We're not going to leave it, I mean. So that would be enough room for 5. I left enough room to put a 5 in there. Ooh. Yeah, that'll be really good. 7 there, 5 there. Really good. And then Sector 6. There's not a whole lot of space, but we could put in a few more batteries in here. Easily enough. Where did I put 3 of those? Okay, good. Do. Could I make this stuff fit better? Maybe. Do I care? Maybe not. Probably not. Just do that and call it enough. Oh, we have enough battery space now covered, so we're just now going overboard, just like I like to do. Perfect. Let's see here. Delete this road. I'm going to leave that open, that pathway, which means I actually needed to do one more road here. Passageway? No, I didn't need to do that. Nah, never mind, doesn't matter. You go here. Man, you can be deleted. I just noticed it. Yeah, we've severely drained our alloys here, so leaving those 2 running is not a bad idea. Ooh. I guess we can send one of the Montessoris over to the Temple of Merit. We don't want to actually do the event yet, though. But we do also need to get this all finished. So I think what we're going to do, because the Pyrenees is getting closer, is we need to fire up the Tiqqun, and we need to move over to Remus. So they're going to take that 3.9 cycles and fly over there. And we're going to end the episode here. In the next episode, we'll arrive at Remus, and we will work on both of the endings. There are 2 endings to the game. We will work on both of the endings, and that'll require a little bit of effort, planning, whatever. But we'll see how that kind of goes, and if we need to do anything else when we get as we're there. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all then. Bye for now.